Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. It's Friday, weekend almost, end of the week. For those of you who only work 5 days, for those of you like me who don't, it makes no difference. But when you enjoy what you're doing, it does not matter which day of the week it is. Right, so today I want to talk to you about something different because we all often concentrate on our goals. We often concentrate on what we want, but we don't concentrate enough on what it takes to get what we want. And the processes behind that. So today I wanted to do a quick live just to give you a few pointers to try to help you to get whatever it is that you want in life. First of all, I wanted to mention something. We've all heard the phrase, knowledge is power. Well, that is not correct. Knowledge is a bit of a power, yeah. Action is power, because if you think about it, how many of you know what you're supposed to do to eat healthily? How many of you know what you're supposed to do to keep a strong body, exercise wise? We know the basics, we know them. So why do we not get results? It's very simple. We don't get results because we're not applying what we know. So it's the action part that is missing. Yeah. And why don't we take action? Well, mainly because it's difficult. Yeah. It's not difficult by itself to actually take action. It's difficult to get out of our comfort zone. We like to do what is easy because that's how our brain and our body works. The brain looks for the easy way out. Yeah, the easy way towards something. And the body is the same. The body is a survival machine. So the body will do whatever it takes to survive with the minimum amount of expenditure, energy wise. So we are, used to that physiologically, from body point of view, but also we are used to that from an education point of view, because if you think about it, from the moment we are very young, what we all follow same routine. So we go to school, we get qualification, then we expect to get a job. Yeah, so that is what we are told that life is. That's what we are told that you're supposed to do to be successful, get a job. And so we're born with those beliefs, and those beliefs are what at the end of the day found what our life becomes. Yeah. But what if those beliefs are wrong? So we don't challenge those beliefs. And actually I did a post today, just not even an hour ago, about the fact that it is the people who challenge those beliefs, the people who go against the grain, the people who go against the crowds when the crowds tell them it can't be done. Those are the people who have come out with the biggest innovation in our society. And if those people, hi Elizabeth, if those people had not stood up and said, I don't care, I know I've got belief, I believe in what I'm doing, and I will do regardless of what other people say. If I had not done that, we would not have electricity. We would not have homes. We would not have transport. Just think all these things that we enjoy on a daily basis, we take for granted. They will not be there. Somebody had not stood up and said, I can do it, when everybody else laughed at them. Yeah. So that is what I mean about, you need to challenge beliefs. Now, the one thing that we all hear about is that you need to have goals. Yeah. So SMART goals and all that kind of stuff. Great. They're great. However, the problem you got there is that all you're doing, you're concentrating what's going on in the future. Yeah. The true way to change your life is in the now. If you don't take action now, it doesn't matter how good your goals are. It doesn't matter how noble or how achievable your goals are, because it all depends on you taking action now. It's all well having a beautiful plan laid out, whether it's a business plan or a life plan laid out. It makes no difference if you don't take action now. So now you need to live in the present. Yeah. And it's incredible. I went to central London. For those of you who know me, know that I don't like traveling to central London because first of all, I think it's a massive waste of my time. Yeah. And secondly, because everybody's miserable there. Every time I go to central London, we got this idea, people outside of London got this idea that is a cosmopolitan living and you go nightclub, everybody's happy. No, Go to central London in the day. Everybody is miserable. Why is everybody miserable? Because they're not following the dreams. They're following, they're building someone else's dream. They're following what everybody else does, what the crowds do, what we've been told from a young age. Get to go to school, get your qualification, get a job. But that's not what we are meant to do. If you're not happy in what you've got now, the only way to change it is for you to change it. You can't expect things to happen to you because, you know, you got the right to have things happening to you. It doesn't work that way. So I go to Central London, I see everybody, you know, either looking down on their phones, you know, or with earphones, even worse, you know, so they can't even see what's going on, can't even hear what's going on around them, you know, or literally looking really miserable. The only happy people around are the tourists, yeah, because they're obviously on holiday, so they're happy, yeah. So, and my first thought when I see people like that is, why? I mean, you've got one life. You know, we don't get a second chance. Whether or not you believe in reincarnation makes no difference. This is where we are now. This is your life now. If you are not happy with that, the only one who can change is you. You know, and if you keep on doing what you did yesterday and a month ago and 2 years ago, you will still end up getting what you got, you know, a month ago, 2 years ago. Nothing's going to change unless you make a change. So this is what is different. So it's all okay having a goal, but you need to live in the present. Yeah. So very often we're so busy thinking about what we want and what we haven't got to actually to appreciate what we have got now. And that's where the problem is, because the past is a brilliant teacher for us. You know, people say you learn lessons from the past. Do we? I actually think lots of people don't. You know, lots of people look in the past and look at the failures in the past and think, oh, I don't want that to happen again. So what they do, put a barrier. So to make sure that doesn't happen in the future. Yeah. Instead of actually looking at the past, what they see as failures, they should see as lessons. That's what happens. How can I change that? So turn it around. Yeah. How can I change that so it doesn't happen again? But also, what has it taught me? Yeah, because we don't look at that. We don't look at the positive. We always look at the negative. We are geared to look, assuming things will go wrong. And when you assume things will go wrong, you know what? Get what? You will attract wrong things. Because for those of you who never heard of it, the law of attraction is actually that. What you concentrate on is what you attract. So if you keep on concentrating on the bad things that happen to you, on the, you know, what could possibly go wrong for you, guess what? You're only going to attract negative side, because that's what you put out there. That's what you get back. Yeah. So what you should be doing is think about the past. The past is a teacher for you, because there will be, no matter what your goals are for the future, yeah, anything that you feel is impossible right now, go back in your past and think at one time when you felt exactly the same about something else. It was impossible, but yet you managed to go ahead and do it. Because I can guarantee there will be at least one example in your past when you were proud of yourself, when you say, oh my God, I didn't think this was going to happen. It's happened. You made it happen in the past. So that's the same. You know, you've done it in the past, so you can do it again. Yeah, it might be a different situation you want to change. You know, it could be financial situation, it could be family situation. It doesn't matter. You have dealt with a feeling like that in the past and you got over it. So you should look at the past and understand that you can do it. It is within you to make those changes. Yeah, you just have to want to do them. Yeah, because that's the hard. Change is hard. So look at the past and change your beliefs. Yeah. If now you believe you cannot achieve something, go and look at the past. There will be at least one time in the past when you achieved something you didn't think you could achieve. And that means you can achieve again. Yeah. It's all in your head. It's all about belief. If you believe what you believe, you become. And this is not one of those, you know, things up in the cloud is about, you know, this positive thinking. No, it is true. I'll give you an example. I've always done very well in exams. Yeah, I'm not a particularly academic person. Yeah, I'm very lucky that I got photographic memory, so I can actually look at pages and remember the order of a page and what's in the page, and then remember the text, and then I just have to read something and I remember the context. I don't have to study as such. Yeah, so I'm very lucky that way. However, whenever I've had an exam in life, whether it was, with school or whether it was anything else, interviews, that's the grown-up exams, if you like, going for job interviews. I never ever, I don't know why, but I never ever doubt that I will be successful at that. I just always walked in the room with the belief that if that exam, I will pass it, and I will pass it well with good grades, or that interview, I will get it. Yeah. And I will get what I want. And it's 99% of the time that I've done that, is I've actually got the result I wanted. And you know why? It's because if you believe, you look different. Your energy is different. You sound more confident, you look more confident, and then you get what you want. Yeah. Nowadays, we are so busy thinking about the past, all the things that have hurt us in the past. Yeah. And thinking about the things that we want in the future, that we are not living now. We're not living the present. How many of you do eat and watch television or mess around with the phone while you're eating? Yeah, because you're thinking of something else. You're not living in the moment. And because you're not living in the moment, that is actually screwing your life right now. Because we know that if you eat mindlessly, so you eat doing something else, you end up eating twice as much, and then you put on weight. Yeah, that's all it is about living in the moment, in the present. And in the present, that's where you have to take action. Because in the past, you took action and you changed the course of things for you. Yeah, use the past as an example. You've done it before, you can do it now. Now is the time you need to take action. Yeah, because if you don't take action now, it doesn't matter how good your plan is for the future. It doesn't matter if you got all the frills design and all the vision boards and everything. It's not going to happen if they don't take action now. The present is where you need to live. Yeah, this is where the important part is. With the future, how do you get a future? How do you get a goal that is strong enough for you to drag you through all the difficult periods? Because there will be difficult periods all the time. You have to find your passion. You have to find your passion, your why. Yeah, what gets you find out what it is. The moment you think about it, you go, oh, your adrenaline starts pumping. Whatever it is. I was talking to a client last night, and we were talking to her. Me and her partner were talking to her because she's got this negative mindset. Yeah, she's always expecting something to go wrong. And her partner was telling me, exactly the opposite. So he's always expecting things to go well. Yeah. So he's chilled and, he's always happy and cheerful. She's always worried. She's always frowning and worrying about the future. Yeah. Because she's expecting things to go wrong. So we were talking to her and I told her, okay, what motivates you? What's your passion? And she told me, hello. And she told me, well, it's, I like writing. She's a writer. Yeah. And she's not happy where she's now because she's not allowed to write the way she wants to write. She has to write according to what the company wanted to write. And again, it's the same thing when I told you, are you building your dream or someone else's dream? You work for a company, you're building someone else's dream. You are giving away who you are to build someone else's dream. Yeah. So that's what she's doing. She's corporate. Yeah. She's a writer, she's a good writer, and she's not enjoying it, but it's a job because she pays the bill. Yeah. And I said, so what do you want to do? What is your passion? I want to write, but write in the style I want to do. And I say, great. So, what does it look like? What kind of things will you write? So that's what you're going to think about. What will you be writing? What would you like, if money was no object, what would your life look like? What do you want your life to look like? Yeah. So she said, well, I'll be a writer. I'll write my own blogs in the way I want to write them. And I will make a difference to myself, but to other people. Say, great. And I'll be happy. I say, great. What does happiness look like for you? Oh, okay. Well, having my own business. Great. Okay. And the kids, she's got 2 kids and she's got partners, got a child as well. We all live happily in a happy family. And I say, great. And where are you living? Oh, in London. I said, well, everybody's got a choice. I say, great, we're not even in London. She lives in London already. And I say, well, where are you living? oh, I want a big house and it's going to have all this space and it's got a big garden and we go on holiday. Right? That's what it is. So that's how you build your goals for the future. You've got to find your passion, your why. Ask yourself a question. If money was no object, what do you want your life to look like? Yeah, my personal idea of where I want to be is go back to Italy. Yeah, I already got this picture of this lovely house, American style, you know, big high ceilings, massive windows, you know, very modern. Yeah, big spaces, you know, open plan thing. And I've got this this picture of my husband and I getting up without using alarms. All our lives we use alarms because you need to get up to go to work. Yeah, getting up when our body says now it's time to get up, with the circadian rhythm, which is the natural way of doing it, without having the pressure of getting up because you gotta go to work. You get up when you're ready to get up, and then having a nice chilled breakfast together, you know, sitting at the table, which is what we don't do now because we're rushing around all the time. Having a Labrador dog. I always want to have a Labrador dog. Why? Because to me Labrador dog signifies peace, you know, calm and helpfulness. You know, Labrador dogs are what they use for blind people. They're very coachable. They're lovely animals. They emit this beautiful energy around them, you know, and that affects you, you know, affects, like you affect your dog with your behavior, with your energy, the dog affects you back. So I always had this picture that we get up when we're ready to get up, we have a lovely breakfast together, and we go for nice long walks with the dogs, and we're going to be either in the countryside or near the sea. I love the sea air. The sea air just makes me feel great, you know, it gives me energy. The sound of the waves is calming. So those, I look at everything, I've got the picture exactly what I want it to look like in my head. That is what drives me. Yeah, so that obviously there's a much more to that than just leaving the house. Obviously got sorting the kids out. My legacy in your buildings is clinics worldwide to help people, you know, with metabolic disorders and everything. So all of that, that's my why, but I've got it in my head in such detail that when things go wrong for me, all I think about, why am I doing this? Because if you haven't got a why that's powerful enough, you will never get there. If your why is, like sometimes some of my clients, why do you want to lose weight? Because I want to fit in the dress. I'm sorry, that's not a good enough why. You know what I mean? So is fitting the dress is a result of losing weight. Why do you want to lose weight? What difference is it going to make to your life? What difference is it going to make to the way you feel? Yeah, so that's when you go down that. And most people want to lose weight. They've either been overweight all their life, they've been bullied because they were overweight all their life, or they're overweight because they use that as a coping mechanism for stress, for feeling not loved and stuff like that. So you got to go down to the feelings. It's all about the feelings. What that change, what that life will make you feel like. What are the feelings associated with the life? Because the feelings are what are going to get you to take action. Yeah, so that is what the difference is. Let me give you an example how action has a different impact on the result. Now, water, typical example. Yeah, so if you got a glass of water, yeah, normal drinking water, you know, is normal glass of water is liquid. Yeah, so what you do, you drink it, great, you feel great for that. What happens if you apply heat to water? That water changes into steam. Yeah, so it's completely different element. Yeah, completely different results. Yeah, and that result has happened as a result of our action, what we've done with it. Yeah, same scenario. You got the water, you apply extreme cold temperature. What happens to the water? It becomes ice. Again, is a totally different type of element. You do different things with ice, but it is the same things inside. It's still H2O, it's still water. Yeah, so but in a different form because of the action we've taken. Yeah, so it's the action we've taken that has produced a different result. Now you apply that to yourself, to your life. The action you take will get a different result. Yeah, and it's not the action your parents take or the action your employer takes or your action next door neighbor takes. Is the action you take will take your life in that direction or in that direction. Yeah, and you've got to choose which direction. If your goals and your dreams and your why, your passion is there, you've got to take the action that goes there. Yeah, if you take the action that goes there, is difficult. Yeah, it's outside of your comfort zone very often. But if you take the action that goes there, guess what? That's going to get you backward. It's not going to get you to your goals. It's not going to get you to your passion, to what you want to be, your life to be, because you chose the easy way. Yeah, it doesn't work the way. So always, whenever you do something, always ask yourself, is this action taking me towards my goals, or is it taking me away from my goals? That's the question you have to ask. Is this action going to serve me in the long term? Yeah. It's like when I talk to people about eating. Now, we all know what healthy eating means. Yeah. We all know what we need to do to eat healthily, but we don't do that all the time. And sometimes I get people tell me, oh, well, you know, you've got to live. We only live once. We've got to enjoy your food. Absolutely. Okay. That if that's what you truly think, then that will clash with your results. Because if you every time you get tempted, or every time you get stressed, you tell yourself, well, you only live once, so you might as well enjoy myself. You know, I start again next Monday to do the healthy eating. That's the action that takes you away from your goals, not towards your goals. Yeah. So, and that's where the problem is. You know, we do not stay consistent with the action. We've got this idea where we want to be. Our goals are wishy-washy in the air. And even if your goals are very specific, like in the corporate world, you're told SMART goals. Yeah. So you got specific, measurable, yeah, achievable. It's got to be realistic, of course. What we got? Oh, it's gone now. What's the R for? Realistic and timed. Yeah. Great. That is absolutely great. You feel all those criteria great. Where's your feeling? You know, if your goal is to be wealthy, you can put down, I want to have £1 million in the next 2 years. And I'm going to do it by creating this wonderful business plan that's going to get me there, which is going to be achievable. And that's pretty much that. Yeah, I'm going to have all this and that. Great. That's not good. Where's your feeling? There is no feeling there. It's all about hard stuff. Yeah, it's all about things, objects. Where's the wealth? What's the wealth going to get you? How are you going to feel when you have that? What's it going to look like? What's your life going to look like when you go there? That's what you got to think. Find your passion. Yeah, find your feeling. You find your feeling. You find the way to get there. Even when things go pear-shaped, because listen, we all have our trials and tribulations. Yeah, and those people who keep on thinking negatively, keep on thinking, oh, you know, why me? Why is always me? Why this goes wrong? You know, why can't anything go right for me? And those people will attract more of those, because that's the energy you put out there. Yeah. Always think, you know, it's very difficult, but when things go very, very wrong with you, yeah, you got to think, you got to be grateful for what you got now. Yeah. Because nowadays we got a house to live in. Our plate is full all the time. Yeah. We go to the gym. We go out with our friends. We got a job, or we work for ourselves. People who don't want to build other people's dreams, want to build our dreams. Like myself, I work for myself. No, I'm not going to work for nobody else. Thank you very much. My time is very precious. My life is only limited. And I'm going to use my time in my life to get what makes a difference for me, not what makes a difference for another employer. But that's your decision entirely. Yeah. So, you know, you got to be grateful for everything, because you know what? A lot of people haven't got this. We take having a house for granted. We take having food on our plate for granted. Some people don't have this. Yeah. So be grateful for what you got now, because I told you, what you concentrate on is what you get more. You magnify that. If you concentrate on all the good things you got now, yeah, you will magnify that. Yeah, if you concentrate on all the things you're missing, guess what? You're going to get more things missing from your life, because that's what you're concentrating on. Yeah, and your brain will not kick into what action you need to take today to get the things you want, because what you're concentrating on is the things you haven't got. So you know, your brain is not going to think, what action can I take to get more things that I don't want? You're not going to do that, yeah? So you got to start thinking about what you've got and what you want to get, yeah? So how we want your life to be, your passion, your true passion. Control, what you got to remember is, it's time, you've got to take control of your life, yeah? I always say to people, for me personally, if you don't track it, hi Vicky, what you don't track, you don't know. And what you don't know, you can't change. Yeah, I put a post recently about my experience with Brazil nuts. Yeah, so Brazil nuts, I'm a firm believer that if you need to change your health, the first thing you go to is nutrition. Yeah, don't put pills in you. You don't need them unless there is specific reason for you to have them. Now, if you're vegan, you will have deficiencies right, left and center, because you're cutting out a whole food group, which is an animal food group. So most B12, vitamins, iron, you'll be deficient in a lot of things. So yes, you will need help with that. Yeah. But I always believe in getting things naturally. So I had, hi Vicky. So I had an experience with Brazil nuts because I wanted to increase my selenium levels because I've got a thyroid issue. Yeah. So rather than go, I could easily go and go Amazon, get selenium tablets, off you go, nice and easy. Yeah, no, there is food, real food, something that comes in nature that has that quality, that mineral, that vitamins that I need. Use that first. That's what the body understands. So I used that, and also I started getting weird symptoms. I thought it was a very bad heartburn. Yeah, very high chest pain, and I hadn't had heartburn for a very long time, and I had it for a few days, and it got worse and worse and worse, to the point where I had to take Zantac, you know, to try to calm me down, which I normally used to take when I had heartburn in the past, and it helped, yeah. It had no effect. Now that alarmed me, because then I knew it wasn't heartburn. I thought, sugar, if it's not heartburn, this chest pain is true chest pain. So what do? I try, because I write my food diary every single day. I've been doing that every single day for the last 8 years without fail. And I write down my bad days as well as my good days, because I say, you don't track, you don't know. If you don't know, you can't fix it. You know, burying your head in your sand and not writing the bad foods you're eating so that it doesn't register, that you don't feel guilty about that, is not going to change the fact you've eaten them. And if you've eaten them, they're going to have an effect in your body. So you might as well know what the damage is, so then you can change it. Yeah, so then you can change your behavior, and then you can amend the way you can compensate in the following days. Anyway, so I tracked my food. So and I looked at that and realized my pains started when I introduced 2 Brazil nuts a day. Brazil nuts are healthy, but they're very high in selenium. So you have to eat very small amounts, you know, and the typical dose recommended is between 2 and 4 Brazil nuts a day. Yeah, maximum, no more than that. And I stayed on the safe side. I stayed 2 just to be safe. So I said, okay, so it's Brazil nut. Now, selenium, it's very rare to get selenium overdose. You really have to have a lot of that. But selenium overdose, it affects your gastric and things, your diarrhea, constipation, vomiting, basically. But it is fatal if it's not corrected. Yeah, so it's very serious stuff. However, if you got selenium sensitivity, you start getting chest pain, breathlessness, and your heart palpitations. So all things affect the heart. Yeah. So I didn't know that. So I decided, so when I realized that's when the problem started, then I said, okay, so let's track it. I've got ways to track it. Yeah. Because we got the technology nowadays. And I use obviously the Hero LX Plus to track it, and a brilliant application that's called Vita Energy, which tracks how my organs are performing at any given time. When I did that, the measurements with my Hero LX Plus, the pericardium, which is actually the measurement for the heart, was red. Now you get green, amber, and red with relevant percentages of how your organs are working. Yeah. The pericardium was on 58%, it was red. I never, ever, ever, ever had a problem with my heart, ever. All the regions taken in the past, they were all green. The only thing that used to be amber was the liver, because being on a ketogenic diet and being with autoimmune, so the liver struggles a little bit more. My liver enzymes are always raised a little bit, which is not a major issue. So I never, ever, ever had any issue with my heart. All of a sudden, I've got red reading and a high reading. And I thought, sugar, okay, the chest pain were my heart. It wasn't stomach aches, yeah, it wasn't heartburn. So what I did, I removed the Brazil nuts immediately from my diet, immediately. it took, and I kept on measuring, you know, my my heart performance through my Hilo device every single day, and it took 5 days for that to go back to normal. Now that's the effect that Brazilian nut had on me. Yeah, does it mean Brazilian nuts are bad for you? Not at all. It means I myself am sensitive to that. I could have never, ever known that had I not been able to have a technology to track that. Yeah. And the food diary where I track my food as well. So that's what I'm saying is knowledge is not power. Applied action is power. So you need to know there's a problem, and then you have to act on the problem. Because if I kept on taking my Brazil nuts because I like Brazil nuts, it would have made no damn difference knowing the fact they're bad for me. And it's the same when people have chocolates and sweet stuff and processed foods. I enjoy it. Oh, I enjoy it, but it's just for dinner, or it's just for lunch, or it's just for these other excuses. Not another excuse every single day you're going to excuse. And you know that's bad for you, but you still do. And then you come and complain to me because your immune system is zapped and you catch every single cold and cough under the sun because you're screwing up your body completely. You get diarrhea, you get vomiting. This is what's happening. You're not applying the action to the knowledge you've got. So if you want to truly take control of your life, to truly achieve what you want to achieve, what your dream is, what your passion is, you have to take action now, not in 10 months time when you're expecting to achieve your goals, or, you know, look at the past and say, well, it never works, so it's not going to work now. Yeah, you have to take action now, and I can't expect to take action to be in total control of your life if you're too busy spending time building someone else's dream. Yeah, or if you're too busy spending time listening to somebody else who has not achieved their dream. So what kind of example is? You need to surround yourself with people like you want to be. Yeah, if you want to learn to be positive, to take control of your life, you want to learn to be somebody who's recognize, you know, not an icon, an example, a good example to other people. You cannot hang around people that put you down all the time, and every time you come up with something, I'm going to do this, or you never do it. It's not going to happen. I know you never do it. You'll never be able to do that, because that environment will keep you right there. Those people, which unfortunately very often is family, they do that. Why? Not because they hate you, not because they don't want you to be successful, because they think they're helping you, because they failed and they assume you're going to fail as well. Or maybe they've seen you fail other times in the past and they think, well, you failed in the past. Look, typical example, you can't do it anymore. You just can't do it. Just give it up and just make the best of what you got. Accept what you got. Hell no. You never, ever, ever, ever accept second best. Never accept what you've given, because you can change it. And that's what I told you in a live no long ago. I said, same with your genetic profile, our DNA. We have been dealt cards in our DNA. Yeah, that's what you got. That's what life has dealt you. But is your action today, what you're eating, your exercise, your stress level, your lifestyle, that affect the cards you've been dealt? Well, the action you take today will make a difference whether you're going to live until you're 80 and healthy, or whether you're going to live until you're 70 and in a wheelchair, or even more, looking like a vegetable because you're riddled with chronic illness. That's the difference. Your action today make the difference on where your health is going to be tomorrow, where the health of your children is going to be tomorrow, whether you're going to achieve your dreams tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, maybe in 10 years time, or let's be realistic. You know, whether you're going to achieve the life you want to achieve. Yeah. And attached to the action, you got to attach the feelings. Remember, it's not good having a perfect plan of what you want to achieve in life if there's no feeling attached to that. You got to remember, what's your passion? What fires you? Why do you want to get there? Why the goal? What's the goal going to do for you? How is it going to change your life? Or the life of your loved ones? Because it's not just about you. Your main goal may be about your loved ones, yeah? It may be that you, in the past, you never had the chance to have all the things you wanted. You want your children to have the chance to have that. That's it. That's your why. Feeling. That's what you got to think about, yeah? That will drive you. And when things go shit, go pear-shaped, because they will. We all got trials and tribulations. We all have them. Yeah, so don't go around saying, oh, it's always me, I'm lucky. You think like that, you will get more bad luck. Yeah, because your action are going to keep you where you are. Remember the water. Yeah, glass of water, you apply heat, becomes steam. You change the course of that water. You change the state of that water. You apply cold temperature, becomes ice. You change the state of the water through your action. Your life is exactly the same. It's no difference. But it starts from here. You have to believe that you can do it. How do you believe you can do it? Go back in the past. Think of all the times where you were in a situation where you thought, oh, this is too difficult. I can't do it. And you did it. And you got out and you got through it. Yeah, because that's your proof you've done in the past. I can guarantee you each one of you will have one time at least in the past where you were in a difficult situation and you thought things couldn't get any worse, and then boom, things started getting better and you got over it. It's in you. You've got it in you, but it's going to take everything you've got to get there. It's not easy. We live in a society where we want it now. We want it easy. We want it without effort. We expect things to happen to us because it's our right. Well, damn no. You get what you do. You get what you work for. That's how it works. If you're not prepared to work for it, then yes, your life would be miserable. And there's nothing I can do to help you, nothing your parents can do to help you, nothing the society can do to help you, nothing the government can do to help you, because you're not prepared to help yourself. Yeah? So that's what it's about. Action. You gotta live in the present. Have big goals. Remember passion. For me, I spent 10 years doing personal training. Personal training is always been a passion for me. Not the act of teaching exercises. It's the fact I could make a difference to people, help them to get their goals, help them to get what they wanted to. And I could have chosen the easy life. I could just had done the basic personal training, level 3, which I did, 10 years ago, and just concentrating on the easy picks, yeah? The low-hanging fruit. Brides that want to get fit for their wedding day, yeah? Extremely motivated. They only got X amount of time. They'll starve themselves for 3 months if they need to fit in the dress. Extremely motivated, people, the ladies, gentlemen who want to fit in, look good on the beach, or somebody who's back on the market after a divorce or bad relationship, they want to look the part so they can attract the right partners for them. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Those are people motivated. The low-hanging fruit, the easy option. That might work a little bit, not for me. My passion is making a difference. Yes, it can make a difference to these people, but is this going to make a difference to their life? Not really. Because they're only doing it for the short gain. Yeah, fitting the dress or looking good on holiday. But I know that after they're going to stuff their face in, and they actually learn nothing. They just want a short gratification. Where it makes a difference is when you actually truly change the health of people. Somebody comes to you, high cholesterol, diabetes, fatty liver, obesity, on the brink of a heart attack. They come to you, they are on 400 types of medication, and they say, I'm fed up of feeling this way. I need to do something about it. You help them. You educate them, because it's not just about telling them, this is the meal plan, this is the exercise plan, off you go. No, you've got to help educate and make them understand what is good, what is not good, what's going to affect them now and in future, what is going to work with the body, understand what the goals are. You need to change the behaviors that got them there in the first place, otherwise nothing's going to change. Now those are the people I want to help. Why? Because you are changing a life. You're changing the life expectancy. You are changing behaviors that happened because of circumstances, because these people did not know any better. You are making a change to people who've got no support in the UK and in many other countries, because it's too expensive to support these people. They want to change, but they got no support, no help to do that. Yeah, they're not doing it just because they want to fit in a dress in 2 months' time to look beautiful. Great, listen. If that's your goal, great, brilliant. These people, their health is a risk. They're talking about potential death. It's a lot more than just fitting a dress. Yeah. Now that is my passion. To do that, to deal with those people, I had to study and spend a fortune in education to get to level 4. Yeah. And each qualification, you're talking about, you know, anything between 1,000 to 1,800 pounds. It's not cheap. It's not easy. And it's damn lot of studying and case studying. A lot of my time while I'm working, while I'm trying to live my life as well. Yeah. I could have taken the easy route, but that easy route will not have got me where I want to be, making a difference, my passion. Yeah, it would have not got me there at all. So I had to take the action. Remember, this one leads to where you want to be. This one leads the opposite way. That's the hard one. That's the easy one. When you're here at this choice point, is your choice. The action you make, you got to think, is that going to lead me where I want to go? Or is it going to lead me the other way? It's going to take me away from that. Always ask yourself if the action is going to serve you long term towards what you want to achieve. Yeah. So when I've done all the studying, all this to get to where, you know, I want to be, and I still got a long way to do because my ultimate legacy is massive, what I want to achieve, yeah, to help others. But then, law of attraction. This is what I'm putting out there. I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to share my knowledge. I want to share my skills. I want to educate people. Law of attraction, that comes back to me. Something to help me do this for others. What is that? World Global Network. I was introduced to this company, and initially the technology was amazing already with the HelioLex Plus, monitoring your parameters, which fits perfectly in what I do. Yeah, because I say you've done monitors, you don't know, you can't fix. Yeah. The HelioLex Plus was already a magnificent device that allows you to monitor your biometric parameters. We're not talking about fitness tracking. We're not talking about how many steps you're doing. Yes, we monitor that, but we're not talking about that. We're not talking how many calories you burn a day. We're not talking, about, just silliness like that. We are talking about how your body works. We're talking about your heart. See your heart rhythm and electrocardiograms, the heartbeat. We're talking about oxygenation level. We're talking about stress level. We're talking about sleep quality. These are health parameters, not fitness tracking parameters. Health parameters, your health. That's what the most important thing you have. Now, when I was introduced to this company, I saw a snippet of what it could be. But the most recent announcement we made, where we now can help people monitor the sugar trend without pricking the finger, anywhere, anytime. I deal with diabetics who do not measure the blood sugar. Why? Because they don't like pricking the finger. They should be monitored all the time. Every single day they don't, because they don't like pricking the finger. Not to mention that you've got to buy your own testers. Yeah, so when you got a machine, you got to buy little strips for that. You got to buy them yourself. That's still all the time, more monthly payments all the time for that. Yeah, so people don't do that. And if you don't know what your blood sugar is doing, you don't know how you're reacting to food. If you don't know how you're reacting to food, you cannot fix it. Yeah, and this is serious health issues. It's not like you're just trying to monitor for weight loss. Yeah, you're trying to monitor to make sure your diabetes doesn't get worse, because if diabetes gets worse, you lose a limb, best case scenario, or you die, worst case scenario. So it's serious stuff, yeah? So when this was introduced, together with the DNA testing solution, the ability to have something on your wrist that tells you, and on your phone that tells you, this is the action you need to take, this is the nutrition you need to have, based on your DNA and based on your own biometric parameters, how your lifestyle is affecting your DNA, yeah? That to me was like, a lot of attraction. I'm getting back what I'm putting out. Yeah, somebody's giving me the tool, a tool that I need to get to where I want to be, to the point, my passion, my focus, helping others. I didn't have this tool before. I had bits and pieces here and there, and as we all know, people don't like to spend money. So I couldn't tell them, okay, invest in this, invest in the other one, invest in the other way. They don't do that because people don't value their health enough. You will spend £800, £1,500 on a mobile phone, yeah, which you cannot use without having a contract. So the actual gadget itself is pointless, doesn't do anything unless you got a contract. So you can't make phone calls, you can't send emails, you can't communicate with other people unless you got a contract, monthly contract. So in itself, the device really is limited in what it can do, yeah. But yet people will not invest money on their health. Why? Because health is a concept. Yeah, people don't appreciate their health until they lose it. But when you lost, it's too late. Without your health, you've got nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Without your health, the house goes. No food on the table. Your kids are not going to go to college, university. You may end up on the street. Not to mention quality of life is screwed. Imagine how difficult it is when you have to rely on strangers to wash you, to clean you. Your dignity goes. Why? Because your health is gone. But why is your health gone? Because we didn't pay enough attention to that when we could have done it. Yeah. So this is my passion. So when I was introduced to this company, to me it was like I lost it. I mean, as I was listening to the live information while I was driving between clients, I was like that. I got to a client and I go, look at that. I was shaking. It was like somebody gave me, boom, on the plate. Here you go. Go ahead and do what you wanted to do. We give you all the tools to do that. To me, that was massive, but that's my passion. You know, I'm not saying that's what you have to do. You've got to find your passion. Find what drives you, what gets you out of bed in the morning. What do you want to, if money was no object, what do you want your life to look like? In details, where you're going to live, what's it going to look like? I'm happy, yeah, but what is happiness for you? What does it mean? Who are the people around you? What are the feelings around that? Yeah, that's how you define your why. And once you define the why, you got to start looking at yourself and say, how am I going to get there? What action do I need to take to get there? And if where you're not now, the action you're taking today, they're not going to get you there, you've got to change them. Even if it's a difficult decision. Because as I told you, you can never ever be in control of your life. Never ever be in control of your life if you are too busy building someone else's dream. Because they control your life. They own your time. If you work for someone else, you're trading time for money. But time is all you got. Time is all you got to make a difference. You have to dedicate time and effort to your dream, to your passion, to be able to achieve it. If you're busy working 8 hours, 10 hours a day for somebody else, you get home, you're exhausted, you want to go to bed. Yeah? So, and then you get to age 60, you realize you achieved nothing. Yes, you may have enough money to, to cover your bills, great, but what have you got left? You cover your bills, you can't do nothing else to enjoy yourself because you got no money. You got nothing, you got no legacy. You haven't made the difference. You know, we've got one life. There's a chance to make a difference. Now, if you want to make a difference, if you want your life to count, if you want to, to be able to stand up and say, yes, I lived, I played a part in this universe, in its existence, and my part made a big difference, then talk to me. There are ways of doing it. You can join the way I'm doing it. I totally believe in that, but it doesn't fit everyone. I totally appreciate that. If you want your existence to make a difference, rather just follow the crowd, yeah, and do what everybody else does, and just end up where everybody else is, with miserable. Yeah, you just got to go to walk Central London and you see what the life of Central London. This, lovely life of Central London. All the, people coming from overseas think, oh, you live in London. How lucky are you? What are you talking about? Come and have a look. How miserable people are here. Because why? Because we are trading our time all the time. We got no time for ourselves, no time to enjoy our family, no time to follow our dreams. And that's why we're miserable. But it doesn't have to be that way. Remember what I told you, the action you take today will shape your future. Yeah, you gotta believe you can do it because you can. You've got it in you. Look at your past and you'll see many examples where you got yourself out of what you thought was not possible. But if you just keep on listening to the people around you telling you it can't be done, you will end up believing that. And the moment you believe that, it's over. It's finished. You have failed. You truly failed because you stopped trying. Don't listen to those people. They're in charge of their life, and if you choose not to take charge of your life and to leave the easy path and then complain when they retire, they got no money, the government is not supporting it because they didn't bother doing anything with their life, that's their prerogative. But don't let them influence what your life is going to be like, because that is in your hands and nobody else's hands. that's it. That's what I want to say. There's a few guys there. Who is that? Al Shahid. So a few people there. Sorry if I haven't mentioned you. I can only see bits and pieces go along. I hope you found this helpful, in just trying to get your mindset right. Don't just write down goals that, I want to be happy, I want to be wealthy, because that will not work. Find the feelings behind that, what being in that position will get you, how you will feel if you have that, because that will make it powerful. And then every time you have to take an action, you're not sure, you've got to make a decision, think about it, your choice point. This goes towards your goal, this one takes you away. Very often that's the hard way, that's the easy way. Ask yourself, will this action, if I do this now, will this take me towards my goal or away from my goal? If it takes you away from your goal, you know what the answer is to that question. It's hard. Yes, it is hard, because you have to make sacrifices. But you know what? If you don't make sacrifice what you want becomes your sacrifice. So as I say, it's in our hand. You've got what it takes to get you there. It's gonna take everything you got to get you there, not just a little bit. It's all about giving everything you've got. It's about action. You don't expect things. It's not like positive thinking. Oh, okay. Like there's affirmations. Okay, I see myself, a vision of myself leading this wonderful life with millions in the bank and blah, blah. And if you think that every day will happen, no. I told you, action makes the difference. It's just like with knowledge. Knowledge is only a small part. Knowledge is not power. It's the action you put behind the knowledge that gives you the power. It's the same with positive thinking, with the law of attraction. It's what you think you become, but you got to believe what you think, and you got to take action on that, towards that. Because if you just sit down there and keep on thinking, I'm going to be rich, 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 guess what? You're never going to be rich, because you're doing nothing. First of all, you don't believe it. And you're not putting the feeling behind it. What does it mean being rich? What is it going to get you? How is it going to change your life? That's what it's about. Right, that's all. Need to go and get my workout done now. And hope you guys have a great weekend. If you find value in this, please share it with anyone you think it may be helpful. If you want to find out a little bit more about what I do and what the passion is and what we're doing at WGN to make a difference, send me a message, a private message if you want, and I'll take you through that and explain, and then see whether something may fit with what your goals are. Great. Have a great weekend. See you all, guys. Bye.